Hey folks, it's Lindsey Hudson with SPS back in the building over at Renaissance High School for the Detroit Public Schools Community District City Championship. And I'm here with someone who knows about mental toughness, knows about mental health, also knows about gold. We talk about 1992 Olympian and gold medal winner, Coach Darnell Hall. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Lindsey. How you doing, man?
Man, good. What a better person, couldn't be a better person, I should say, to talk to about not only just the mental toughness part, but what does mental health mean for you coaching these outstanding athletes right now?
I mean, it means the world to me based on that, what I experienced when I ran, and then 30 years later, what we can bring to these young kids out here today. Without that mental toughness, you lost. You know, you got to be able to get to our student athletes inside their body, inside their mind, and let the athletic part be easy for them.
Yeah, take us back in time a little bit. You said 30 years ago. Talk about leading up to preparing for the Olympics, winning gold, and just talk about your mindset and that whole experience some 30 years ago.
I mean, one of the things that I realized that it wasn't a dream of mine. I mean, I'm a DPS graduate, 2 years out of high school, out of Detroit Persian. I'm in the Olympics.
Wow.
So, you know, I know what mental toughness is. I know what sitting down talking to a team psychologist, you know, that really helped me out. They really just calmed me down, listened to me, relaxed me, and you know, because I was on the ultimate plateau, and then without that assistance from my sports therapist, you know, I wouldn't have made it.
You know, talk about how we sometimes don't have that desire to talk to people, talk to mental health professionals. Did you kind of have to overcome something like that to get to the point to be open and have that conversation to help you along?
Yeah, it did. I mean, in 1996, I really wanted that Olympics real bad. I was ranked number 2 in the world going into the Olympic trials, and I caught a cramp. And you know, my faith and my mental wellness was tested. I didn't make the team. I caught a cramp in the trials, and I went into a state of depression. And it was something I never experienced. And if I didn't have my faith, you know, and who I am, and I wouldn't have made it. So I can relate to some of the student athletes, you know, that's going through it, and you know, and them demons jump on them. And, you know, it's all about how you shake them off. I was blessed to, you know, to surpass it, you know, but it was hard. It was challenging.
I appreciate you being open and sharing that, Coach. You know, talk about people who may kind of challenge, laugh at, or say mental health isn't a thing, because there's a percentage of the population, it may not be much, but it really bothers me sometimes when I hear people say, oh, people are just using that as an out, or, you know, they got to just get through it. You know, how do you feel knowing what you've experienced when you hear people
I don't
talk
kind of
about
listen to people like that, but when you're in a position I'm in, you know, being in law enforcement and also, you know, being an Olympian and 3-time world champion, people do listen to you. And I don't get that negativity about it because, I mean, coming my way, because I've been there and done that. People do stop and listen. So when I had those type of challenges within some of my kids, at least I know how to deal with it.
You know, I deal with respond. You were able to take your Olympic and championship mindset, and just last year you guys were able to win nationals with your young ladies you had running. Talk about going through what you went through and being able to pass that on to the next generation where people can find success as well.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, we won Club of the Year last year, Renaissance here, high school. We won our first state title in Division I girls, and a lot of successful kids. You know, 4 of the young ladies went to Division I, graduated, went to Division I school. So to pursue their academic and athletic career. So I mean, everything is moving in the right direction.
That's great. You know, for coaches who may be either trying to get out of the coaching game right now or those coming in, what kind of advice do you have as it relates to coaching this generation of athletes?
A lot of us need to just focus on the retention. You know, if you've been coaching for a while, who are you making better? Who your predecessor? You know, and you got to give them a shot. They got to learn. You know, you can't do it all by yourself. It's a whole different day now. And it takes a team. You just can't be that one individual trying to coach track and field by yourself with 30, 40, 50 kids. It's too much. You got to have a team.
Is that something you've experienced yourself? How did you come to that conclusion about that idea?
Because I'm a good head coach. I can coach a position, but I know how to delegate. You know, because I'm not going to put all this. You got to make everybody feel important. You know, everybody can't be sticking their chest out, me. Everybody got to play their role.
Well, at the root of that, you're talking ego, and how do you manage people who have egos that are sometimes getting in the way of progress?
For me, I learned over 25 years of coaching. At some point, if you haven't ran them 8 lanes like I have, it's just a different level. And that's not to be arrogant, but you know the dynamics of track and field. And then when you coach for a long time on a youth level in high school, you know what you can and cannot do. But I don't try to focus on that too much. I really just try to sit up there and let these young kids, if they want, this is what they want to do, show them the ropes and then delegate, let them learn, and hey, this will happen, this is what's going to transpire. But you got to be there for them kids. Don't get caught up in the hype. It might be good 1 minute, but then something always going to happen.
And be ready for that. Coach, you've done an outstanding job. Anybody want to give a special shout out to before we let you
go? Hey man, just thank you for all what you're doing, and just keep on focusing on mental health and anything moving forward that you need from me or any of my colleagues that's our Olympians. We here for you.
Well, I totally appreciate that. Thanks for all that you do, and we see you next time.
No problem, man.
Peace.
Take care.